Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. In the last episode, we were working along. Started getting a new kindergarten built. Working on this sewer line. It's coming along. And taking care of dealing with broken down vehicles, which we still have to do. Getting stuff repaired, the usual. Just taking care of, keeping things operating smoothly. And then, as winter was progressing along, noticed that we were starting to have a problem. And the source of the problem was this heating plant. Right here. We should probably go ahead and get this guy. Oh. Well, yeah, we might as well get all that done. So, we were having a problem with this heating plant. Where it ran out of fuel. Because we were not getting enough fuel through to this open storage to keep this heating plant running. So all of a sudden our ability to heat pretty much half of our city fell off, and yeah, it caused massive amounts of, well, death of our citizens. So, off screen, I went ahead and just kind of worked the problem a little bit. I've advanced time into February, so, we're heading out of winter, so we should be clear of most of the worst of it. I did actually roll back to an autosave so I could catch the issue a little bit earlier. Redirected the trucks transferring logs from up here, where is it? Up there to here. So we have the trucks grabbing logs from there. I still have some trucks grabbing logs from here because we are still pushing logs into that storage. So we just can't rely on that storage completely. Though we are going to make, I'm going to make an adjustment to the train. And yeah, we got to fix this problem. And we have to fix this problem before next winter, or we're going to have an even bigger problem. Because in total, if we look at the population statistics, we lost about 2,000 people. So yeah, that is how fast things can go sideways on you if you don't catch something quick enough. Alright. So, let's start figuring out what we need to do. Right now it's fine. But when this thing cranks up at full tilt to deal with, the really cold temperatures, yeah, it is a hungry beast. Now, this is one of the sources of the problem, is that this wood cutting post does not have fuel. Because it's part of this big, large, fuel route, and that's just not cutting it. So, now what we'll probably do is let's go ahead and remove that stop. And that stop. Because these guys now have a dedicated. These guys have a dedicated fuel truck. And then that is probably what we're going to do for this woodcutting post as well. We'll get the cheapest. Will we get the cheapest? Yeah, we'll get the cheapest one we can. 4 tons should be sufficient for just this. Because what it means is that, you know, it's going to have trouble keeping these things running. But even still, one wood cutting post here is not going to be sufficient to feed this thing. So, and also the route that our trucks need to take from here is a bit convoluted, so it would probably be a good idea to put in a direct shortcut like that. And we'll get our paving construction office on that project. All right. Yeah, lifespan change is coming way back up. Health change is increasing. Happiness change is fixing. Yeah, we have the situation resolved for the most part. All right. Now, how do we fix this problem? How do we fix this problem? Because, let's see. The other connectors are here and here. We have them blocked off. I don't want to completely demolish. Like, I could put another woodcutter's post in here, but put one attached to here. How do I get workers to it? That's a question. Okay, there's our new fuel truck. Okay. Alright, all the tractors are heading out. Let's see. Yeah, we're looking at needing to be over here. And we could fill this whole area with trees. That's not a problem. We could hook it directly to that. Maybe out into another truck or two. Alright, let's try and make this the solution. Assuming, of course, that I can actually get a road through to it. Construction office is a sign. Now, how are we doing for the... Oh yeah, we set up an export to actually export stuff for dollars. Okay, now I just have to figure out how we get workers over here. Well, walking speed is 79%, so that is gravel footpath. Yeah, we're still having a lot of problems over here. We could put in a bus stop. Right there. Okay, and you... Your job is to go get some fuel. And unload it. Alright, that is proceeding. Alright, population is increasing. Alright. A little bit. Alright, we have run ourselves completely out of steel over here. Alright, then, what we're going to need to do... is we're going to need to edit this... to just go get the steel directly. It's a long trip. Oh, we hit 0. Caught it in time. Excellent. Yeah, we're keeping those 4 loans paying down. Yeah, this just needs tons and tons of gravel. And we got dumpers on the way carrying tons and tons of gravel, so... And you know what we probably should just go ahead and do here? Is that. Okay. Okay, so this got rebuilt. So it's good. Alright, excellent. Population statistics. We've flattened out. It's probably still going to take a little bit to start to swing back up. Especially if we're not getting enough doctors. That's another situation we need to deal with, because we're just not getting enough people educated. Alright, what we're gonna do... Yeah, I want this to be a building for professors or people who can work here. No, you're working at the food factory. Oh, never mind. We kind of need that. Let's see, is there another, like, small residential structure that I could throw in here? That's a little bit too small. Yes. Only citizens with university education will move in here. And they will be told to work at the university. All right. Because the other university over here, the other campus, I mean, it's not great, but it's doing a lot better. We really need a lot more. All right, let's get these cycled. All right. What did that say? Citizen loyalty too low. Okay. Crop's getting a little low. That's another slight concern. That's almost full. Okay, well, we got enough doctors in there right now. Okay. Yeah, we are cranking through it. That's what we want to see. Now, thing is, we're gonna have to put trains in for repair here soon. Let's see. You're at 6%. You're actually fine. Now, my question is... this train here. The coal exports. Yeah, I also did set up that truck to export plastic. Let me keep an eye on that here for a second. Yeah, we're doing perfectly fine. Alright. As long as my other fuel train can keep up. Now, what about that pump jack that burned down? Alright, yep. It is... fixed. I would like to assign... No. I would like to assign construction offices to get it fixed. But what I would say is it is a low priority. Let's make it low priority. Even though there's already a cement truck on the way. Alright, well, something just... put a load on right there. It's alright. Yeah, we just bought a whole lot of something. Steel. We just bought a whole lot of steel. That's what that is. Yeah, 30% wear and tear. Alright. We're going to let you export. And then we're going to send you in to get fixed. What about you? You're perfectly fine. Okay, good. I just need to stagger these trains. We are consuming as much steel as we can throw at this thing. All right. But I think we're at the end of the episode. Okay, yep, we are starting to actually fill up the internal storage. I really do need to get another wagon on this train. We might look into doing that next. Just making sure everybody gets on building that. Okay. Alright, well I think we'll go ahead and end the episode here. Still have to figure out, well, we're going to have to get workers from this bus stop. We're probably going to get the workers from over here. We'll flag this to allow workers to actually go there. And we'll bring the workers over here. There really isn't anything else that they can get to. And we're going to have to put some vehicles in there and give it fuel. But, you know, we'll get there. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.